Hello everyone, you are watching VM24.com channel and today we are going to disassemble Samsung Galaxy M55. As usual, the first thing we need to do is remove the SIM card tray. To do that, we use a SIM eject tool, insert it into the eject hole and push the SIM card tray out. Next, we need to heat the backcover to approximately 70 Celsius degree or 160 degrees Fahrenheit. We are using a heating mat for this, but you can also use a hair dryer. And after about 7 to 10 minutes, we can begin separating or peeling off the back cover. To do that, we use a thin plastic film inserted into the gap between the back cover and the mid frame and carefully slide it along the edge, cutting through the adhesive. As always, be especially careful around the camera module so you don't accidentally touch or damage the camera lenses. In our case, the phone had already been disassembled before we received it, and the back cover had been reattached using a double-sided tape. On modern smartphones, it is generally not recommended to use double-sided tape because the distance between the screws and the edge of the phone is quite narrow. It is much better to use adhesive sealant instead. At this point, we can remove the back cover. As you can see, there are no components attached to it. Next, we move on to removing the screws in the upper section. We use a 1.5mm Phillips screwdriver, also known as a Phillips H3O. Carefully remove the screws and arrange them in order on a magnetic mat or another organized surface. Since the screws don't always thread properly if they are installed in different holes, it is best to return each screw to the same hole it came from. After that, we remove the screws from the lower section. It is also a good idea to keep these screws separate from the upper ones. If the old adhesive covers any of the screws, carefully peel it back. If a screw gets stuck, we can remove it with a pair of tweezers. As you can see, using a double-sided tape wasn't the best idea. It covers just about everything that it possibly can. Next, we need to remove the mid-frame. Insert a thin plastic opening tool into the gap between the mid-frame and the display frame. Near the SIM card tray opening, carefully release a few clips and then switch to a thicker plastic opening tool. We carefully continue releasing the clips. Keep in mind that the mid-frame is held especially tightly along the edges and corners, so be very careful not to accidentally damage the edge of the display. It is also best not to press on or hold the flex cables with your fingers. If your finger slips, you could easily tear one of the cables. And we carefully work our way around the edge with the opening tool, while also checking for any screws that may have been missed. This happens quite often when we are in a hurry or simply getting tired, so it is always worth double checking that every screw has been removed. And we continue carefully releasing the clips. In our case, the cover is still held quite firmly because it is also attached with a double-sided tape in several places. We will definitely be using adhesive sealant during assembly. Sealant is applied as a thin, even bed, leaves no gaps. It is easy to cut during future disassembly, provides a proper seal, and holds the cover securely in place. And you can still see pieces of double-sided tape holding the mid-frame cover in several areas. At this point, it becomes obvious that we forgot to remove one screw in the upper section. It is very important to remove the screw before trying to take off the cover. If something won't move or the cover is unusually difficult to remove, always check whether any screws are still in place and make sure there isn't any remaining adhesive or anything else holding the mid-frame. As you can see, in our case, the double-sided tape was placed where it definitely shouldn't have been. Unfortunately, that makes the job much more difficult. We carefully continue working around the edge with the opening tool until the mid-frame comes free, then gently lift it up. In our case, for some reason, the interconnect flex cable connector was stuck to the mid-frame. That may be intentional, or it could be the result of a previous repair or disassembly. First, disconnect the battery connector using a non-metallic tool. After that, deal with the flex cable. Carefully peel the connector away from the cover, turn the cover over, and we will see the contact pads and antenna traces attached to it. Okay, check that both the connector and the interconnect flex cable are in good condition. Then disconnect the flex cables and move them aside. The interconnect flex cables have arrows printed on them indicating the direction toward the main board. Next, we can remove the loudspeaker assembly in the lower section. Carefully pry it up from the correct location, lift it out and set it aside. After that, disconnect the fingerprint sensor, disconnect the coaxial cable connector and disconnect the display flex connector pad before carefully peeling it away. It is very important to find the correct point along the edge where we can safely pry it up without damaging either the flex cable or the subboard. Okay, carefully peel the connector pad away. Now we can remove the subboard, which sits slightly recessed in the frame and is held in place on one side by clips. Lift out the subboard. The subboard contains the charging port, the microphone and other components on the reverse side. As for the microphone opening, the microphone channel and the bottom is L-shaped. On the inside there is a protective mesh or membrane, while the microphone itself is mounted on the back side of the subboard. If you insert something into the microphone hole, you won't be able to damage the microphone itself. The only components remaining in the display frame are the fingerprint sensor and the vibration motor. And now let's move on to the motherboard. We can disconnect the rear cameras. It is a good idea to cover the camera lenses with the protective film to keep dust and debris off them. We disconnect the cameras and set them aside. It is best to keep the thermal foil on the cameras intact, since we will need them again during the assembly. Also disconnect the front-facing camera. Next, we disconnect the coaxial cable connector and move the cable out of the way. Now let's try removing the main board. As you can see, the circuit board is still attached to the copper thermal foil covering the earpiece speaker. Unfortunately, we damaged it. During the assembly, however, we will simply replace it with a copper patch. We remove the main board and set it aside. Finally, we can remove the battery, fold back the transparent protective film around the edges, then pull upward on the blue pull tab. Unfortunately, this type of Samsung battery has the same issue we have seen many times before. On one side, the adhesive part tends to bond to the battery itself, making it difficult to remove cleanly. And it is better not to use force to avoid accidentally damaging the battery casing. Eventually, we were able to remove the battery, and that completes the disassembly. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in our next videos, either on our Telegram channel or on our website.